Is the 2025 draft class the greatest class in NBA history? There's a legitimate argument because not only do you have blue chip prospects like Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, and Ace Bailey, but this class is loaded with 3-and-D wings like Cedric Coward, like Neat Clifford, like Rasheer Fleming that can help teams in the playoffs way out of the lottery. This class is extremely deep, and compared to last year, I mean, it is 10 times better. Now, obviously, it all starts with Cooper Flagg, the absolute phenom, and really there is a few tiers to this draft. Tier 1 is these three guys, with Cooper Flagg being in Tier 1A, because he's different. Let's be honest. I'm not even trying to ride Cooper Flagg or anything, but he is a 6'9" wing with a 7-foot wingspan that can quite literally do everything. Average 19.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.4 steals, and 1.4 blocks on 48% shooting from the field, 39% from three on about 4.5 attempts per game. Led the best team in the country in every statistical category en route to winning pretty much every award there is. And yes, I'm still calling this Duke team the best team in the country because they completely sold down the stretch. Coaching, whatever it was, youth, I still think they're the best team in the country last year. You can argue with a wall, but next year he's going to be playing with Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and unless Nico Harrison messes this up, that's going to be a really nice Dallas team with all the versatility Cooper Flagg brings, with what Kyrie and AD bring, and if they make a couple moves this offseason, they could really have a good squad. Now, Tier 1B is this Rutgers duo of Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. I've got Ace and Dylan graded out exactly the same. Ace is 6'9". Yes, he's only listed at 6'7" 3/4 without shoes on. But guess what? We play basketball with shoes on, so 6'9", right? You add the extra inch or so. 17.2 points a game, 7.2 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1 steal, and 1.3 blocks on 46% shooting from the field, 35% from three. He can really score from wherever. You got a 6'9" guy doing hang pulls in transition. He's never met a shot he doesn't like. The shot selection is ridiculous. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but that's why I got Ace ranked so highly. Dylan Harper at number 2 as well. Got him tied, like I said. I'd probably give the edge to Harper a little bit. He's a 6'6" guard with a 215-pound frame. Got that NBA body already, so he can come in and can be a contributor from day one. Coming off of a freshman season at Rutgers where he averaged 19.4 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.4 steals in 32.6 minutes per game. And really, this top three, they all would have went number 1 last year, without a doubt. Harper is pretty much solidified to go number 2. The only question now becomes, what team is he going to go to? Does he go to San Antonio with Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox? Do they trade that pick for maybe Giannis? Although Giannis has expressed his desires to stay in Milwaukee. He shot 48% from the field and 33% from 3 last year. If he would have shot like 36% from 3, there would have been a legit battle for the number 1 overall pick, but Dylan Harper a little ways back at number 2 from Cooper Flagg. Now, Tier 2 is your shot-creating wings that can also play a little bit of defense. That's VJ Edgecombe, that's Trey Johnson. VJ is a 6'5" wing. As you can see, he can literally fly. He's got a 6'7" wingspan, 6'7.5", whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he's taking off from beyond the paint, averaged 15 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 2.1 steals in 32.7 minutes per game. Is one of the best on-ball defenders in the draft. Shot 44% from the field and 34% from 3, but he's a little bit of a streaky shooter. When he gets on, he's really on. And this is who I want my Hornets to pick as a Hornets fan at number 4. He can catch and shoot. He can go up top and get it alongside of LaMelo, Miles Bridges, Brandon Miller, Mark Williams. That could be a nice young core. And then we got Trey Johnson, 6'6" with a 6'10" wingspan. And man, this is the best shot creator in this class. The top 5 is so stacked here. He averaged 20 points per game, 3.1 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 1 steal in 35 minutes per game while shooting 43% from the field and 40% from 3 on 6.8 attempts per game. He's an elite shot maker, flying off of a down screen right there, and then this is ridiculous, getting into his bag a little bit and hitting this sidestep 3 ball over the defender's outstretched arm. Call me crazy, I think all 5 of these guys would have been the number 1 pick in last year's class. That's how much better this year's class is than last year, because last year was a weak class. This is a traditionally stronger class. Even tier 3, you can get some really high level rookies like Con Knipple, who is a guy that is 6'6", 6'10" wingspan. He's, I guess you could say, sneaky athletic, although he's not that athletic, but he's maybe the best 2-foot player I've ever seen. He plays so well off of 2 feet, using fakes to his advantage and using a big frame. He averaged 14.5 points and 4 rebounds last year at Duke while shooting 41% from the field on 5.3 attempts, and showed that he can fit seamlessly alongside of other stars, and that's a trait I think that's kind of underrated in the NBA when it comes to the draft. How well can you fit alongside guys? Con Knipple showed he can fit perfectly alongside other stars. Then you got the third Duke player that'll be a lottery pick, and that's Kaman Malawach, who is 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan. Somehow didn't get a rebound in the Final Four, but whatever. And that's why scouts are excited. That clip right there, the 3-point shooting. He only averaged 8.6 points and 6.6 rebounds in 20 minutes per game. Per 40, he averaged 2.6 blocks a night, shot 71% from the field, and was 4 of 16 from 3. But right now, this is what he is: a lob catching, rib running, rim protecting big, and that's the extent of it. Now, that's not to say he can't develop a 3-ball, but right now that's all he is. Derek Queen, another guy, a big body at 6'10", 250, and he will move you out of the way if necessary, like we just saw down here on the block, getting into his bag, little drop step lay. He averaged 16.5 points per game, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.1 steals, and 1.1 blocks per game last year. 53% shooting from the field, 20% from 3 on 1 attempt per night. So we need to get that 3-point shooting up a little bit, but he's got vision, he can score it, and he is a load coming downhill. Jace Richardson, one of my favorite guards in this year's class. He's only 6'2". So the consensus is down on him a little bit because of that height and that frame, but I think he's going to be really, really good. He averaged 12 points per game last year at Michigan State, 3.3 rebounds and 2 assists. That doesn't tell the full story, though, because he didn't even start until conference play, and in conference play, he averaged closer to 15, 16 points a game. The efficiency is great, close to 50, 40, 90, and you don't see that a lot out of college guards, especially undersized ones. He's got athleticism, you know who his dad is, and I think he is one of the better guards in this class. Jeremiah Fears, another great guard at 6'4", pretty athletic, a great floor general, but also a good scorer. I think Richardson's a little bit better, but hey, Fears averaged 17, 4, and 4 this year with 1.6 steals in 30 minutes per game while shooting 43% from the field and 28% from 3 and 4 attempts. He had the keys at Oklahoma. He was that guy, and I think Jeremiah Fears could be a franchise point guard as well, but in my opinion, one of the biggest swing for the fences guys in the lottery is going to be Yegor Demon out of BYU. He's 6'9", 190, can step it back and knock down the 3-ball. He's a great passer, and rumor has it that he shot the cover off of it at the Combine. At 6'10", he could be a franchise point guard if he has a little bit more consistent shooting stroke. Now, the 3-and-D guys, we've made a whole video about Rasheer Fleming, but basically all I should tell you that should get you going is he's 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan and shot 39% from 3 last year. That's about all you need to know. He is a fantastic defender. He can stretch the defense by knocking it down from beyond the arc, or he can go vertical. He can finish with either hand. Rasheer Fleming is a stud. Could be a lottery pick, even though he was a junior in college last year. Nick Clifford, 5th-year guy. So that's why he's not going to be a lottery pick, even though maybe he should be. Was Colorado State's best player last year, a Colorado State team that went on a mini Cinderella run. 19 points a game, almost 10 rebounds, 4.5 assists, did that on 50% shooting from the field and 38% from 3 on 5 attempts. I'm pretty high on Nick Clifford because he can really do anything, and he's going to end up falling to a playoff team, and he's going to be able to really help them out. Thomas Sorber is another guy here at 6'10" with a 7'6" wingspan that gives me major Bam Adebayo vibes. And just watch him and tell me he doesn't give you Bam Adebayo vibes. He even shoots kind of the same. The freshman from Georgetown will be a fringe lottery pick, and then Cedric Coward, we ran out of time, but he's another guy that if what we saw on film before his injury is true, he could be scary good. 6'6", 7'2" wingspan, 40% from 3. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. Please make sure to hit that like button. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.